everyone, in today's video we are discussing one more problem on minimization of DFA. So let us solve. So first of all, we know that we have a step 1 to draw table. Okay, draw a table. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, total 6 states are there. I have written 6 values. Okay, here also I will write state only, no input we are taking in minimization of DFA. F. And we know that we will be leaving off the first two and last two, and we will leave the first half of this table because we know that the values are same when even we do the table iteration. Okay, if you want to know about detail, you can check my previous video. So we know that we have to mark one final and one non-final state. So BA, both are non-final. BA, so we will not do anything. Next CA, C is final, A is non-final, so we'll mark. CB, CB, C is final, B is non-final, we'll mark. DA, D is final, A is non-final, we'll mark. DB, D is final, B is non-final, we'll mark. DC, D is final, C is also final, we can't mark. EA, E is final, A is non-final, we can mark. EB, final, non-final, we can mark. EC, both are final, so we can't mark. ED, both are final, ED, so we can't mark. FA, FA, both are non-final, we can't mark. FB, FB, both are non-final, we can't mark. FC, so C is final, F is non-final, so we can mark. FD, non-final, one is final, we can mark. FE, non-final, final, final, so F is non-final, E is final, so we can mark. So unmarked pair we can check now. Okay, so next step is check for unmarked pairs. So unmarked pair we have to check. So the first unmarked pair is BA. Okay, so we'll check transition of B on 0 and transition of A on 0. So B on 0 it is going to A on 0 it is going to B. Whether AB is marked? No. So again we have to check for B on 1 and transition of A on 1. B on 1 it is going to D. A on 1 it is going to C. Whether DC is marked? C. DC is also not marked. D, C, it is not marked. So we have to leave as it is. So next we have DC is unmarked. So DC value we have to check. So delta transition of D on 0, delta transition of C on 0, D on 0 where it is going? It is going to E. C on 0 it is going to E. E we don't have any transition. Okay, we don't have any transition. Delta transition of D on 1 and delta transition of C on 1. So D on 1 it is going to F. C on 1 it is going to F. So these both are unmarked. Okay, so we'll not do anything. So next we have to check for EC. EC value. Okay. EC. So we have to check for delta transition of E on 0 and delta transition of C on 0. Okay. So E on 0 it is going to itself, C on 0 it is going to E only. So we'll say it is going to E, it is going to E, and delta transition of E on 1 and delta transition of C on 1. So E on 1 it is going to F, C on 1 it is going to F. Okay, so no, E is also not present, FF is also not present condition. See here, E is also not marked, FF is also not marked, so we will leave as it is. Next we will check for E on D. Okay, we will check for E comma D. So delta transition of E on D, E on 0 and delta transition of D on 0. Okay, and next we'll check for delta transition of E on 1 and delta transition of D on 1. So E on 0, E on 0 it is going to E, D on 0 it is going to E. Okay, it is going to E only. E on 1 and D on 1. E on 1 it is going to F, D on 1 it is going to F. Next, the unmarked pair is FA and FB. We have to check for. Okay. So FA, delta transition of F on 0, delta transition of A on 0. Okay. So F on 0 it is going to itself, A on 0 it is going to B. So it is going to AB. Okay, next delta transition of F on 1 and delta transition of B A on 1. F on 1 it is going to itself, A on 1 it is going to C. Whether FC is marked? Yes, FC is marked. So FC is marked. We can say that since FC is marked, so we can mark FA. Okay, so we can mark this condition. So the leftover unmarked pair is delta transition of FB. So F on 0 and delta transition of B on 0 and delta transition of F on 1 we have to check and B on 1. So F on 0 it is going to A itself, B on 0. So here B on 0 it is going to A. Okay, and F on 1 it is going to F itself and B on 1 it is going to D. Any one of the condition is marked or not, we have to check. So FD it is marked, so it is marked, so we can say that FD is marked. Since FD is marked, so we can mark FB. Okay, so we can mark this also. So even if I do second iteration, I won't get more marked pairs. Even if I do second iteration, I know that there will be no transitions will be formed. So I will draw the table for this. So A, B, C, D, E, F and A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So here previously marked things we will mark as it is. So these all things are already marked, so I will mark it as it is. Okay, so we have marked. So the leftover things, okay, we can mark. We know that only FA and FB are marked, so the remaining things all are as it is. So here we can say AB is one state, CD is one state, and ED is one state. So we can take these two as CDE. Okay, and so AB is one state, so these all we can take as CDE, and okay, this is the how we will draw the diagram, we'll see. So here from this unmarked pair we got that AB is one state and CD is E is one state. Okay, and leftover CA is completed, B is done, CD is in one state, and F is another state. In this D, E, C, both are, three of them are final state. Okay, so A on 0 it is going to B, and B on 0 it is going to A. So we will take this as a self loop, that is it will be taken as 0. A on 1 and B on 1 it is going to D and C, so we can send it here. Okay, next C on 0 it is going to E, D on 0 it is going to E, E on 0 it is going to itself, so we can take it as self loop 0. Okay, next on 1 it is going to F, here C is also going to F and E is also going to F, and final state and F is going to 0 and 1 on itself, so we'll say it will go to itself. So this is the final minimized DFA.